Hello YouTube, how is everyone doing? It's Professional here. So today I got a video for you guys talking about the next GTA Online update, which is actually coming out in 6 days from now. I'm sorry I got this video out kind of late today. What basically was going on is my parents' house I'm visiting, we had our AC unit break a few days ago and it was really hot in the house, and actually today they were actually fixing it all day. So I was just busy with a bunch of stuff. But anyways, now that that's all fixed, house is cooled, and we don't gotta worry about the ridiculous heat anymore. But anyways, let's talk about this new update. And I'm actually more excited for the quality of life changes than the update itself. But I think the update will be fine too. But anyways, this is a picture of the update, and this is the car wash. This is the car wash that is actually south of the map. It's actually right next to the hospital. So you see the hospital right in the south part of the map. It's in Davis, Los Santos. It's actually where you respawn a lot of times when you die in the southern part of the map. And also this is the place where a lot of helicopters actually spawn here. So this is the car wash. It's actually right here. I think that there's actually a story mission where you actually pick up one of the cars from Lamar. So before you take it to the truck near the end of the game, I think Lamar actually parks right around here. But this is actually being turned into a business. And also about this, guys, I don't expect this DLC to be a big update. This is not going to be a big update by any means. It seems like it's going to be a very small one. And that's what we come to expect, is the last few updates, the last few years, have just been getting smaller and smaller. GTA Online Money Fronts coming June 17th. Expand and connect your criminal network in the new GTA Online update. Take control of San Andreas' biggest money laundering operation and clean up your criminal empire's bottom line in money fronts. The latest GTA Online update arriving on June 17th. Acquire iconic local businesses and use them to route earnings through a sophisticated interconnected operation while hiding it from prying eyes. With the help of long-standing associate Martin Madrazo, you'll connect with new advisors who will help you accumulate new business ventures and launder your dirty money while also infusing your accounts with legitimate income. With some creative bookkeeping and a little elbow grease, you'll end up further enriched, and the taxman will be none the wiser. So, what I'll say about this is I like the idea of it. I do. I like the idea that it is it's getting back that criminal element of GTA. It's actually focusing on the crime aspect, which I really like when the game focuses on the crime aspect, not all the crazy futuristic stuff. And so this car wash, for example, is going to be used as a front. Now, for people that aren't familiar with fronts, fronts are actually something that criminal organizations use in real life. You can think of, for example, like, a lot of people I know watch Breaking Bad. You can think of Walter White's, like, car wash in Breaking Bad. It is somewhat realistic. And the reason that criminals use places like car washes is because a lot of car washes operate as a cash-only business. And when there's a cash-only business, it's very easy to hide that money from the federal government. And so what criminal organizations will do is they will purchase up businesses like this, and then they will use them as a front, and they will basically use that to hide their dirty money. So they will actually put their dirty money that they make from drugs, robberies, selling guns, whatever illegal operation that they're doing, illegal gambling, and they will put that into these businesses, and they'll say, oh, this is how much customers we got from this, when in reality it isn't. So it's basically a way to launder their dirty money and make their dirty money clean. This is, criminals do this a lot of stuff, a lot of times car washes, laundromats, arcades, parking businesses, like where you have like parking lots and you use cash to like paying those little machines. Those are notorious businesses that are used for criminals to hide money. So any kind of business that primarily relies on cash, criminals will buy up businesses and use that to basically hide and clean their dirty money. Now, what I'll say about this, the reason I'm saying this is weird, is because this is something that should have come out years ago. This is not something that should be coming out now. Not necessarily against it, but it's kind of weird to release this now. The reason I say it's weird is because we've built this giant multi-million, some people have billions, so multi-billion criminal operation. All these drug businesses, cocaine, meth, counterfeit cash, weed, nightclub, hiding, in illegal operation in the bottom, CEO warehouses, CEO warehouses, hanger crates, bunker. So we have had so many of these criminal businesses, and our characters are like super rich, and now all of a sudden we're deciding to, run like a cash-only business to like hide our dirty money. It's kind of similar to the Acid Lab business, where the Acid Lab business wasn't a bad update, but it was kind of weird that it was added like, it should have been like an update that should have been added like years beforehand, before all these, because we became like a multi-millionaire criminal gangster running this empire, and now all of a sudden we're getting this stuff. But anyways, let's see here. And this is another screenshot we got here. This is actually a truck that is currently in the game, and it looks like they're actually moving some kind of crates here. And these are NPCs, so these people in these truck are NPCs, but these are all players. And it looks like you can actually stand on the side of these. You probably get in, you press triangle, and you probably stand on the bars, and you're probably moving some kind of cargo somewhere. Working at the car wash. The famed hands-on car wash in Strawberry is your entry point and the perfect vintage facade to conceal your illegal activity. This low-profile and cash-intensive business is prosperous enough without alerting the authorities and serves as the heart of your new money laundering operation. Owning the car wash will put in passive income from your established criminal network and allow you to expand your holdings to include the Smoke on the Water dispensary and Higgins Health Tours, supplemental fronts, each with their own above and below board operations. These properties will also boost earnings on your weed and farm and air freight cargo, respectively. Weed farm and air freight cargo business. Okay, cool. So there's something more to this where there's basically the three businesses: the car wash, the weed dispensary, and also the Higgins Air Tours. And for people who remember the Higgins Air Tours, Higgins Heli Tours, these are actually in GTA 4. So remember in GTA 4, those yellow helicopters you can actually get into at the bottom of Algonquin, and you can basically just fly around the city? That is actually that company. I do like how it actually will actually connect with your other businesses, and it'll actually increase the earnings. Probably not by that much. Maybe it'll do something where like your weed business will fill up like, a little bit faster. Maybe it'll do like, produce faster. As for air freight cargo, maybe they'll give you like an option where, you can pick up 4 crates solo. At least hopefully they do something like that. But always, whenever they add like quality of life updates and whenever they, fix up the businesses and make the businesses better, I'm always excited for it. And also about these cash front businesses. These cash front businesses are probably going to make you passive income too. So they'll probably have that little safe in there for like all 3 of the businesses, and you come there and you pick up your you pick up your money, and there's probably going to be some activities from time to time from these businesses. They probably won't pay well, and I can't imagine like cutscenes. Like for example, they're saying Martin Madrazo is going to be involved in this, but I can't imagine Martin being in a cutscene in this. Martin will probably like send you like a text message, or maybe he'll give you like a phone call, and that's about it. I can't really picture a cutscene for this, so I don't think this is going to be anything big. I know it's like 3 businesses, so people think it might be a bigger update, but I'm telling you, I do not think that this is going to be a bigger update. Your illegal dealings through any of these establishments will attract attention and generate heat. If it gets too high, you'll need to lose attention by playing the role of local business owner and managing the legitimate side of your operations to continue collecting passive income. Okay, now this, heat. So I'm assuming this is going to be like a bar or something, where like the police are going to be like onto you and onto your businesses. Now, this could actually be fun, or it could be really annoying, depending on what this is. If this heat stuff is going to cause our businesses to get raided more often, I think a lot of people are going to be pissed about that, because people get ready to get pissed about the raids. But if this actually gets even more, people are going to be even more pissed. But it looks like to drive down the heat, we are going to have to run our passive businesses. But what I think, if I was Rockstar, what I would basically do it is, like, for example, I would have like a system where if you run these like legal businesses, right, and you already have the security upgrades, you will never get raided. It should be like that, where you run the passive businesses, you will never have to get raided. You never have to deal with any of that BS, those missions. Moneyfront will also introduce a range of new vehicles to GTA Online, including rides like the Karen Avalon RS and the Woodlander SUVs and the classy Tampa GT Muscle. Law enforcement enthusiasts can take on dispatch work on the new Western police bike that comes bundled with a special summer highway patrol outfit to match. Yeah, and I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not really a big car guy, so when it comes to cars, I'm not a big car guy. When it's more special vehicles, I'm more into that. I am into the police bike, though. I do like motorcycles typically that do like a lot of biker stuff. But yeah, this is probably the part you're looking forward to the most. So this really caught my eye reading this earlier. And this, I think, is going to be the best part of this update. And so this is what I'm going to really like. Like, for example, when Rockstar added the criminal enterprises, when they added that update, that was like 2 years ago, right? It was 2 years ago, Criminal Enterprises, I think it was a summer DLC. But when they added that DLC, you could sell in invite-only sessions. And that, for me, made that one of the best DLCs ever. Even if the DLC was not that big, just the fact that we could sell in invite-only sessions. Now this, Moneyfronts is also rolling out a collection of gameplay updates and changes, including missile lock-on jammer capability to 50 more vehicles, making several cutscenes skippable on mission replays, and doubling all sources of arena points. Good. right here. So for 50 more vehicles, so probably the most common vehicles they're gonna have it. I hope it's very common for a lot of vehicles that can have it, because I've said several times that when it comes to the Oppressor Mark II, because I'm telling you, this right here, the missile lock-on jammer, the 50 vehicles, this is a response to the Oppressor Mark II spam. It is, because Rockstar has nerfed that thing a few times, but even so, it's still such an annoying vehicle to encounter. People grief with it, and I will say, the worst thing about the Oppressor Mark II isn't even the griefing. The worst part about it is the fact that it ruins the immersion of the game, because it's supposed to be a crime game, and also because the people that use that Oppressor Mark II to grief, those people, they actually think they're good at the game. That's really the worst part about it, is that the people actually think it takes skill to use that thing and just, lock on the people and blow them up with it. But about this is, I made a video several years ago, and in that video I said the best way to fix the Oppressor Mark II, to make everybody happy, basically keep everybody happy, the only people that would be pissed about it would be the griefers, is you do it where the Oppressor Mark II can lock on the NPCs, so you can blow up gangsters and, cops, so you can use it during missions to help you grind, but you cannot lock on the player vehicles. So make the Oppressor Mark II where it can't lock on the player vehicles, but it can lock on the NPCs, cops and gangsters, and then you can keep using it for missions, clear out enemies during missions, but you cannot use it to really lock on the players, or you have to manually aim it. And face it, most griefers, most of the people that spam the Oppressor Mark II to grief and harass players, most of them suck with it, without the lock on. So if they have to actually manually aim, there might be some Oppressor Mark II users that might be able to actually get pretty good kills with manually aiming it, but if they actually have to manually aim that thing, most griefers are going to suck with it. They're not going to be able to hit anything with it. So yeah, 50 vehicles getting the lock-on jammer, good. It's probably going to be an upgrade. It's probably going to be an upgrade in the business. So when you customize the vehicle, you'll probably get that. I hope that this works for motorcycles, also the missile lock-on jammer, because I tend to drive around in a lot of the biker motorcycles. I like to cruise around in them, and I hope that has a missile jammer, because I cannot stand it when I'm driving around on my Hexer or my Western Daemon, and then some moron comes over with the Oppressor Mark II. Oh hey, I'm gonna get a kill in the professional and upload a 30-second video to show how cool I am. Blah blah blah. Anyways, down here we got doubling all sources of arena points. This also a good thing. I personally think it should be triple, but I will take double. Arena is one of the updates that I've never finished. I have never finished it. Most of the updates I have finished it. I have basically done everything possible in the updates, all the missions, but Arena is that one update I've never finished. I've never finished leveling up Arena. I gave up on it because it was such an expensive update to get into, and I bought all the vehicles. I bought the Arena workshop, but it was just nobody was playing it. The only way I could fill up an Arena lobby is when we got people in it. So when we actually got people to play together during a stream, we would be able to fill it up. And if I was to search for a regular arena mode, I would not be able to find a match. And so this hopefully will encourage more people to play arena. The pay should also be double. That would be nice. It would be even better. But we only see, it looks like arena points are only the thing that's going to be doubling. Additional improvements include delaying the global signal timer for cell missions in public sessions and disabling the Boxville van delivery mission for biker cell missions. Oh, thank you. Oh man. Now, first thing, let's cover the first thing here. The global signal timer for cell missions. For people that don't know what the global signal timer is, the global signal timer is that timer that when you get into a vehicle. So it depends on the business that you're selling. It depends on how much you're selling of that business. Some of the global signal timers, some of them are like 10 seconds only. Others are 30 seconds. I think that the bunker, I think a lot of the vehicle cells are like 30 seconds, but I know that a lot of the MC missions are like 10 seconds. But if you do it solo, I know that the global timer is longer. So what the global timer basically does is you will appear on the player's map. So like for other players, if for example, if you get into like a bunker cell vehicle and you have like a global signal timer 30 seconds, right? Other players will see you on the map. They'll see you like leaving the bunker area and like driving down the highway, but they won't know that you're carrying cargo. It's not until that bunker timer gets to zero, that global signal timer, that they will see that when it's like beeping like da, 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 and then that one little ping at the end. That's at that point it shows them on the cargo, your cargo on the map for everybody. It shows that you're moving cargo, and that's what makes you vulnerable. This will give people more breathing room. So this will actually make it easier to sell in public sessions, this right here, because you will be able to actually move your cargo quicker without them realizing that you're actually moving cargo. So most griefers, the second they see cargo, they'll go right for it. And what I've always told people is if you're selling as cargo as a CEO, if you do have the option to sell as a CEO, what I always recommended people to do is do not activate Ghost Organization until your global signal timer is done, because that'll give you a few extra seconds, because they won't see on the map. And then once the global signal timer activates, activate Ghost Organization, and you have that 3-minute window. But with this, we'll have an even bigger window, so I don't know how long this is probably going to be. They'll probably give you like 1 or 2 minutes more, but that can make all the difference. 1 or 2 minutes more where the cargo is not on the map, and then activate Ghost Organization. You're hidden from all players on the map for 3 minutes, your cargo too, and then you can make the sales. And for MCs that cannot use Ghost Organization, this will actually help out a lot. But also, this is the part, this right here. I'm sorry I had this at the very end of the video, guys, but I just wanted to go in order from the newswire. But this is and I have timestamps down below that people can skip to if they don't have time to watch the whole video. But I know this is the part that people probably came to this video for. Boxville van delivery vehicle from biker cell missions is going to be disabled. Oh my god, this is such a good thing. This is such a good thing. And I will say this, guys. I know there's going to be a lot of people in the comments that are going to say to me, it took Rockstar how many years, to do something like this. And I fully understand. And I agree with you. Don't get me wrong. I agree with you. That this is something that should have been added years beforehand. That post-op mission should have been deleted from the game years ago. Like, that should have been deleted within a year of the biker update coming out. Like, in 2016. It was October 2016 when it came out. This, is long overdue. But, we have the saying, better late than never. So it's a good thing that it's better late than never. It's a good thing that this is going to be finally gone. So think about this. This weekend is going to be the last weekend that you will ever have to sell post-op missions again. You will never have a post-op mission after this weekend. You'll still have Monday, but then Tuesday rolls around. That's it. No more post-op ever again. So this week is the final week ever that you will have to deal with post-op. Never again. Post-op is one of the worst cell missions in the game. Personally, for me speaking, I think that post-op is the second worst mission in the game. Now, I know some people are surprised to hear me say that. They was probably thinking I would say it's the worst cell mission in the game. I consider it the second worst. The number one worst mission I consider in the game for selling is the CEO crate mission, where you have the Titan plane and you actually have to fly below the radar, and you have to watch out for all the helicopters like the Buzzards and the Valkyries that spawn there. The reason I consider that mission worse is because even though it doesn't take as long, it's way riskier, because you have to fly low to avoid the cops. You can, crash into poles or trees, and you have to watch out for the helicopters that can spray machine guns at you and shoot you down, so you have to have somebody covering you. So that's why I think that's even worse, is because it's so risky. You can lose all your cargo so quickly. Post-op I consider the second worst, because post-op you're in those slow-ass vans, excuse my language, and you're driving around the map, and literally, even if you are so quick with the post-op van, it'll take you a minimum of 5 minutes to get to the city. If you're selling from Sandy Shores and you're selling to the city, it'll take you a minimum of 5 minutes to just reach your first route. And sometimes that mission takes like 15 minutes. And in 15 minutes, that's if you have 3 people helping. If you have 2 people helping you, that mission's going to take well over 20 minutes, 25 missions. And doing it solo, oh man, it's extremely difficult. It's almost impossible doing it solo. So, the fact that you're driving these slow vans, you have no lock-on jammer, none of that stuff, you are extremely vulnerable to a very big fat van, extremely easy to get blown up. So ultimately, this is going to be a great thing, and it's going to encourage more people to grind MC businesses, because there are a lot of people that will not do MC businesses because of this specifically. I know some people might say garbage truck is annoying, but garbage truck is so much better than post-op, because garbage trucks are faster, and on top of that, you don't have to get out of the truck to drop off the package. Hit the button, and you just open up the back hatch of the garbage truck, drop the garbage with the the product in it, and you just drive off. That's it. We will get that one mission with the weed pounder truck, where you drive the single truck and the guy's like smoking marijuana and your character gets like high and the screen gets all, blurry. That mission will probably get more often now because of the post-op, but truth be told, I'd rather do that mission than do the post-ops, because the post-op is such an annoying mission. But yet, that's pretty much it. I know I talked a lot here, guys, but I am generally excited for this update. I am looking forward to this, and I think I'm going to have fun. And one thing I am happy about is I'm happy that this is like a business update, that this isn't like some new heists or missions like we had gotten like in last December. I'm actually happy it's actually going to focus on businesses again, quality of life improvements. So I don't expect the update to be big. This is not going to be a giant update. I know some people might think that, but judging by the last 2 years' updates, this is not going to be a big update at all. But it's still going to be a fun update, and it's going to be a good one. And like I said, better late than never. And I will say this on this channel: I have a lot of people that come to my channel, come to my videos, and they leave these ignorant comments, and they say, oh, you just hate on Rockstar, but you play their game all the time. Listen, GTA Online is one of my all-time favorite games. I have over 500 days played on GTA Online, over a year of my life dedicated to this game. So I would not be playing GTA Online if I did not enjoy the game. If I did not enjoy the game, I didn't have fun with the game, I wouldn't be playing the game. I enjoy GTA Online, but it doesn't mean that Rockstar is immune from criticism. Rockstar's done a lot of scummy things in the past, and whenever they do something stupid, I criticize them for it. But when Rockstar does something good, I'm going to praise them for this. And this, I will say, I know it's kind of late, but it's better late than never. So Rockstar deserves praise for this. Thank you, Rockstar. Thank you for removing that stupid post-op mission from the game. It's something that players have wanted for some time, so good on you. You did a good job here, and I'm excited for this. So this weekend, final post-op missions ever. And I might make a video, doing my final post-op sale, just in general talking about the mission and how bad the mission was. But thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, do drop a like. I'll have a Days Gone video later for you guys, and hopefully I can have another Mind's Eye video out for you guys tonight. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.